All right, guys, what's up? I'm finally back after 5 days. Let's get the show on the road. Welcome, everybody. I was fairly under the weather for the past about 5 days or so, to the point where I couldn't even speak. And today, somehow, just got my voice back. So it's not the best. So I do apologize in advance. So welcome, everybody. My name is Phil. For those that don't know me, I've been in the crypto space for about 11 years now. Three major bull markets, two major bear markets, thrived and survived in each one. And today we're basically going to discuss, is the bull market over? Can it actually continue? How low can it go if we do bounce? Or if we don't bounce, what is the potential of us actually dropping to the downside? And how long could this actually take? Okay. So right now, Bitcoin is currently sitting at about $91,747. Not looking the best. Okay, if anybody looked at this from the perspective of a macro picture, where we're looking at it from basically the top, and then we're seeing it from the very top and how we're trending now, I don't think anybody in their right mind would say that this is a continuation. It's more so looking like the beginning of a massive bearish pattern that's going to drop to the downside. I mean, one would also argue, for example, that this is just a normal dip, like we have had several dips before, and then we continue to the upside. Would you guys agree with me? That's a very valid argument. We've had many dips before. But if you take a look at, for example, the monthly, usually whenever the monthly exhibits symptoms like a big red candle in 2017 and a big red candle in 2021 again, just like now, it's generally the top. So let's just say I go to Grok and I ask Grok a random question. I'm like, hey, Grok, how long did the bull run last from the very bottom to the very top in 2017, 2021, and also this current cycle? This is how long it's always lasted from the bottom to the very top. In 2015 to 2017, it's lasted 1,064 days, okay? And then in 2018 to 2021, it actually also lasted exactly the same amount of time, 1,064 days. We're talking about from the very bottom to the very top, 1,064 days. Is that kind of funny that it's the exact same days? Like not even by plus or minus 1 day, but it's the exact same amount of time. And also this time, where we reached from the bottom to the top, it took 1,039 days, okay? So people are like, well, the later half, I don't know if you guys remember, but I called this like way back in the days that maybe October, probably going to hit a top, probably not going to continue. Why is that? I'll explain in a minute, okay? Pay attention. Don't leave until the end. Everything I'm saying is not from the perspective of emotions. It's not from the perspective of I believe this is going to happen because I feel this way. It's from the perspective of hard data, okay? That's irrefutable, that nobody can unsee because it's not even something I'm making up. It's just irrefutable evidence that's seen in the charts and seen historically as well. So always keep an open mind, and we're going to go through some really detailed stuff to make you understand why some people are still very bullish and why I'm going to argue that case to death, okay? So let's talk about the case of how long was the bear market in 2017 and 2021 from the very top to the very bottom. And guess what? They lasted almost the exact same. In 2017 to the bottom was 363 days. In 2021, it was 376 days. Okay? So let's just say the top for Bitcoin is in now. When would 1 year be from then? So just play around here, okay? So we hit the top November 20th. So we're hitting a bottom around December 2026, okay? December 26 is when I'm predicting. I didn't even use Grok for for what I said, but I said very firmly that I'm predicting 35K to 40K by the end of December. Okay, that's literally my range that I'm predicting right here, okay? Okay, that's 35. It's wild that people, right here, I said, I firmly stand by my target of 35 to 40K for Bitcoin before December 2026. The reason I say that is because, well, the data points to be true. Okay, so tell me when the BTC halving was for. Okay, this is why people think that or thought that November and also December was going to be bullish. Okay, I'll explain to you guys why they thought it was going to be bullish. Tell me when the Bitcoin halving was for 2016, 2020, and 2024. Okay, this is why. Okay, so the halving in 2016 started in July, which is 2 months, like July. It started late. Do you guys get that? It started kind of late, right? And then in 2020, it started later as well. It started like in May, right? But in 2024, we started really, really early. Like we're talking about April is when it happened. April, May, June, right? It's from April to July. That's May, that's June, and July. That's 3 months later. Do you guys understand that? So the reason why 2017, the bull market went to December is because the halving in 2016 started so late. But because the halving started so early in 2024, we kind of reached the top well before the December date. Does that make sense, guys? So if you follow historical trends, like we're actually right on par with a 4-year trend right now. The 4-year cycle is holding true in every single way. I mean, if you take a look at how everything is, right around here, like this is Benjamin Cohen's Into the Cryptoverse. I subscribe to it just to support him because I like him. Okay, I think he's one of the smartest guys in crypto. He's very, very scientific. He's driven by data. There's no hopium. There's no feels. It's not idiots like Ash Crypto or fucking Moon Carl. You know, it's not like those guys that they're retarded. No offense to them, but they don't provide. They're just hype moon boys, right? They're just hype trains. If you take a look here at the end, this is from the bottom to the top, right? It goes to show that there's something called diminishing returns. When the market is very low in valuation, it's always gonna have a huge ROI. That's why Bitcoin had a large ROI in 2013's bull market, but then it shrank in 2017. It got smaller in 2021, and it got smaller even now because the market gets heavily diluted with more crypto in the market where capital goes towards them. On top of that, Bitcoin gets such a huge market cap that it's harder to double or triple, right? So if you see in 2017, the ROI from the bottom to the top is literally 100, right? And then if you take a look at in 2021, the ROI goes from 100 to 21 only. And then now, when we reach the top here, we got to around 7.8 in this cycle. So it went from literally 100 ROI to about 85, 86 or so, right? 86, and then to about 8 roughly. So it keeps dropping because the market cap gets bigger. And if you're noticing, right around this vertical line where I put my mouse is it's in line with every single bull market so far, right? So you might have a lot of arguments about, well, this is different. Institutions are buying up. Michael Saylor is buying up. Michael Saylor's liquidation price is 77,000. There's no way he can let that happen. Let's not pretend for a moment that billionaires haven't been liquidated before. It's happened before. Let's not pretend that banks have not lost everything before, right? It happens. Just because the institutions and the governments are buying, it does not mean that they're your friend. If you think it was that easy to look at them and say they're buying, so I will buy, that means I must trust them. You're smarter than that. Okay, you're much smarter than that. I think we both know by now that the government is not your friend. I think we both know that the government's quite hated. They impose crazy taxes on you, crazy laws. They make you do things you have to do. Like from COVID to ridiculous capital gains tax. Like the government's not your friend. If anybody says that the government's your friend, they're really not, right? They're there to collect as much money from you as possible. They're not with you. They're against you. You are nothing but an employee in their country. You need to really escape that box and matrix that you live in if you don't understand that simple concept, right? Institutions buying, banks buying, adding to Federal Reserves, it's not a reason for you to believe that, right? And rate cuts, yes, maybe they'll come, but it's not going to be the main driving factor for Bitcoin going up right now. I have a conspiracy theory that governments and institutions are buying up because they're trying to literally bull trap you. They're liquidity hunting you. And that great reset is going to actually happen where we get to the very, very bottom. Because do you really think that institutions want to buy at the top right now? Why would they want to do that when they can liquidity hunt us, sell everything on us, drive down the price of crypto to extreme amounts, liquidate all of you, bull trap all of you, then you're forced to sell to add fire, and then they get back a shit ton of crypto, and then they pump back up the market again for another great cycle. Call me crazy if that's not possible, but I think that's much more likely than not likely. You think that Trump is on your side? He's saying stuff like, oh, you're going to get tired of winning. Everyone's going to be winning. Everyone's like, he's so into crypto while his family is literally manipulating crypto with Melania and Trump. Come on, guys. I know that Barron Trump lost a lot of money, but they're a billionaire family, man. Their job is to make money. They're billionaires upon billionaires, more money than you and I can ever imagine. You think that they want you to win? They want you to lose, man. You are their exit liquidity, and the fucking faster you understand that, the more wise you're going to be, the less exposure you're going to take and have, and the less risk you're going to take this market, okay? Now, I'm just going to talk generally about some things right now, okay? I believe that based off of the 4-year cycle, this is where it's going to hit. Okay, it's going to hit right around there by the end of next year. Call me crazy, but I literally just proved to you on Grok how the 4-year cycle works, okay? So that's the question that everyone's asking right now, guys, is, I apologize for looking like shit right now, but basically everyone's wondering, okay, like, is the bull market really over? And I'm going to give you guys my thoughts about it, like just straight raw talk. And that's the question everyone's really, really asking right now, right? Is it actually over? People, they really want certainty. They want someone to tell them confidently, like, yes, the bull market's going to continue. Everything is going to go up, because that's what the hope feels like. That's what comfort feels like. But markets, they don't give a shit about your comfort, guys. They don't care about your feelings, your excitement, or your dreams. And this is somebody speaking firmly with fucking 11 goddamn years of experience, man. And someone that's done extremely well in crypto. It's not just some fucking kid living in his mom's basement anymore, you know? It's some guy that like, you know, is very responsible, has $1 million house, retired his parents, like, you know, someone that does pretty damn well in crypto. And I'm only sharing this with you because you need to hear it. Who else is going to tell you it? The moon boy next door that's wishing crypto goes up, okay? The market only cares about one thing. Okay, they only care about liquidity. And when the liquidity drives up, that's when the momentum starts to fade. And that's what you see right here. The liquidity was starting to dry up. The volume, do you see this moving average? The volume is starting to go down. Okay, that's what happens. Okay, and when the volume disappears, the market starts to die very, very, very quietly. And nobody really understands what's going on yet. But I do. It doesn't die with an explosion most of the time. Not with a dramatic crash, but more like with like a slow bleed that most people refuse to acknowledge until it's just too late, okay? It's the reality that people just don't want to hear. Right now, you're seeing this exact classic sign of a cycle entering a very late stage. That's what's going on. The exhaustion on the big moves going up, hitting this massive 7-year higher high. Lower highs are starting to form soon. Momentum's fading. The retail entering too late. They're entering at the top. The smart money distributing while the crowd celebrates. You know, the narrative's breaking down very slowly. By the dip, it is eventually going to stop working, guys. Like, these are not the signs of a healthy, aggressive bull market. These are the signs of a transition from your euphoria to denial. Okay, and denial, that's the loudest thing that happens before a collapse. Everybody becomes a genius trader in the middle of a bull market. But everyone suddenly becomes a long-term investor when they're trapped at the top. And everyone becomes silent when the market reverses against them. That's usually what happens. Like, I'm giving you guys the experience of two major bear markets. And I literally thrive in the bear market. I'll make 80% of my money in the bear market because I understand this mentality of how it's shifting better than 99.99% of people, okay? And this is where the phase that The majority, they lose everything. Like they do a round trip of their profits, okay? And most people think the bull market ends with like a panic selling. It's not true. Like the market ends with confidence, okay? With smiling faces. With people like me are flying or going to be really smiling. It's going to be influencers telling you that the dips are good opportunities, okay? It's going to be when the crowd is believing they're smarter than the market. Let's just keep buying. Okay, bull markets end when suddenly everyone just feels safe. But that's the problem right now. Everyone still kind of feels safe. You know, everyone thinks that the next leg higher is guaranteed. Everyone thinks corrections are temporary and the breakouts are literally inevitable. Everyone thinks this time is fucking different, but it's not. It's not, guys. I've proven it so far. Cycles don't change. Human psychology doesn't change. Greed and fear, it never change. I mean, just look at what's happening, guys. Ask yourself these questions. Are we seeing increased volume or decrease? We're seeing increased sell volume. Are breakouts being sustained? No, we reach a 7-year higher high, right? We literally broke this pattern that took so long only to get bull trapped again, right? Are retail traders becoming more aggressive? They are. Are influencers posting Lamborghinis again? Not really. Are people suddenly experts on macro and like macroeconomics and institutional shit? You know, everyone is becoming an expert online, right? And if you observe honestly, like you'll notice something. Most people are positioned as if nothing can go wrong, right? The market, it moves to hurt most people. And that's how they're going to function. During the beginning of the bull market, fear is everywhere. Nobody trusts the moves. And that's when the smart money loads in. During the end of a bull market, confidence it's everywhere. It's going to continue, right? Nobody prepares for the risk. That's where the smart money, they're going to distribute quietly while you guys start to buying on the dip, okay? I don't know anything about Tesla, man. I don't follow traditional equities. So that like the cycle is shifting. Like every bull market eventually hits a point where the upside becomes limited and the downside becomes just massive, okay? The problem is people don't want to adapt, right? People only believe with what aligns with the direction that they're holding. Like think about this. Listen to this, guys. If somebody is all in a long, they're going to scream bullish forever, right? And if they see one bearish tweet, they're going to fucking kill you. Did you guys see this one tweet of mine? It got 1.8 thousand comments, negative comments, right? Like negative comments. I made another viral tweet on October the 11th. And this one here, it went viral. It got 4 million fucking views. 5 million views. This is one of the most viral crypto tweets of all time, believe it or not. Right here. This one right here got 4.4 million views, 2.3 thousand negative comments, okay? It's because they're all in a long. When they hear bearish, they scream bullish forever. So if someone that like people don't want to adapt because they bought at the top, they'll hold out of pride and get angry. Or if someone is emotional, they ignore every warning sign. If someone is inexperienced, right, they'll confuse luck with skill and strategy. I'm telling you guys, like I can go on forever and ever about the psychology of a bear market, but I'm telling you that right now there's nothing to be bullish about. The only time that you should be bullish about the market is if we actually continue upside. If we break that, then you can be bullish. Until then, you better fucking sit your ass out of the market and only day trade. The only way you will ever make any money is to understand the bear market and to understand how to day trade. Holding is going to get you wrecked, okay? Look at the total 3 market cap. Okay, the total 3 market cap, maybe a bounce is coming soon, okay? Hold my word on that. Maybe a bounce is coming soon here, okay? Maybe we're going to finish off this pattern one more time and then capitulate down. But if we break this right here, okay, this is a massive pattern of 777 days. That's 2 years. If this breaks, we're going to crash to oblivion. 3 triple tops for the altcoin market now, okay? And expanding diagonal. If we break this pattern, the expanding diagonal, we are going to get absolutely fucking shit-faced. And the whole market is going to drop. Okay, so prepare yourselves. Watch the total market cap. That is going to be the biggest indication. Altcoin market, where? Where's altcoin season? This rectangle, That is altcoin season when the dominance drops. We haven't seen shit. Nobody is moving into altcoins right now. Okay, the market looks absolutely fucking atrocious. The total 2 market cap already broke this pattern. This was a higher low pattern since March this year, which includes Ethereum, and it's already broken. The only reason we're holding is because of this range right now from early 2025. So I don't know what else to say other than there's nothing to be bullish about. From a day trading perspective today, there's always going to be day trading opportunities, okay? There's going to, right now, this coin here, I don't even know what it is, but it's moving, right? It's definitely moving. So anytime a coin moves, I'll gravitate to it. I'll check 2 key things first of all. 1, it must meet the volume criteria. 2, it must not have a negative funding fee in order for me to trade it, okay? If it has like a negative 2% funding fee, I'm out. Negative 1%, I'm out. Negative 0.5, I'm out. I don't trade negative funding fee coins, and I also don't trade anything under, for example, $100 million of 24-hour volume on Binance, okay? So I'm going to be looking at this coin today for sure. Let's put it on my watch list. Alchemist, I generally don't like trading this coin, Alchemist, because it always has a reputation of doing some crazy fucking shit. But, it's moving today, so let's just put a pin up there and see how that goes. And guys, man, it's Black Friday. Take a look at the link below, guys. My 40% Black Friday sale is on. Philakone, why do you sell a course if you do so well? Honestly, it's because 1, I can, and 2, people want it, right? I'm always going to diversify, man. You guys should know that. And this is something people want. I would like to teach what I know. So take a look at it. I don't make a shit ton of money or any really money from a course or my Discord or content. I make money from the trading, right? But this is just a bonus to anybody's subsidy. Let's be real. This is a 40% off pre-sale for my bear market shorting system course. It comes with the elite tier Discord membership, but better than that. Okay, it comes with 2 of these things that you're gonna really like. Friday night live stream trading session. That's where you join my live stream and we trade together for a few hours. Let's try to find the trade together, hunt for a trade. And then there's a Sunday live stream where we do a weekly recap, lesson, and a question and answer. Okay, so you guys should definitely take a look at that. And other than that, guys, take a look at the course. I'll see you in the Discord group. Let's see if we can find a trade today. I'll be looking at TSNR or TNSR. I'm telling you guys, you got to prepare for the bear market. This is nothing to take as a joke. I created this for the people that want to prepare, and anybody that goes through this course of mine, they're going to feel way more confident than the other 100 people behind them. It's going to teach you the psychology, the mentality of a bear market, and especially how to short it. Whether I am right or not, when the time does come, you are going to be extremely happy that you have a new skill set that's going to better equip you to handle the bear market. So other than that, guys, you have yourselves a great day, and we'll talk.